Hi, welcome to our reading for Sunday, the 8th of January, 2017. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links below, the musical playlist, see if there's personal messages, depth for this reading for you in those links, or just enjoy the music. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a minute for the reading. Hi, welcome to our reading for Sunday, January 8th, 2017. We're going to start today's reading with the Monera Tarot. Let's see what kind of energy is coming through for the day. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energy coming through for today, the energies coming through today, and wisdom for us all to ride these energies best. We'll start with one card for Sunday the 8th, January 2017. One card for wisdom into our day. Oh my, I like this card. This is an interesting version of this card. I mean, it's really just diving in, like, you know, getting down your skivvies and having pure, true, real fun. Take that as you will, but this card just has you. It's you diving into an experience. You know, usually this card, the Three of Water, has a couple people hanging out at a party. Here, you don't really care what's going on. You're into diving into the experience, whatever it is. It's not really just about the I'm getting like the superficial party or invitation. This is bigger than that. This isn't just good news. An invitation to a party has arrived for you. It's, you're going to this. You're getting in. You're trying it out. You're doing it. You're loving it. You're swimming with this. You're moving. You're literally diving into something emotional that you love, that feels joyful, exuberant, exciting, enticing, refreshing. You know, you don't even care what you look like, if you have anything with you, if you're prepared, even with a towel when you get out of there. But you're going to figure it out later. You're not worried about it now. You'll figure it out. You'll put on your wet clothes if you have to. Or I guess they're not going to be wet if they're on the shore. It looks like it doesn't matter here, you know? The Three of Water is usually, like I hear excitement, but celebration, pleasure. It's usually working with other energies around you in a exciting, beautiful, happy, joyful environment too. So you could have news that came through about something going on later that involves others. But right now, you on your own, you're feeling good about whatever it is you're going towards. What's maybe like, I just maybe saw you got a little push. I mean, I feel like she's jumping in or he's jumping in, but maybe something came along to give you a little push, like to give you an urge to do something, to make a move. I'm getting a little leap of faith here. So maybe you planned and expected to dive on into that water, in the abyss, in the ocean, in that emotion, and perhaps something took you by surprise and you just went with it. And this is resisting. You know, when you feel the urge to just jump in, to just give it a try, give it a go, see what happens. If you feel like something's drawing you towards it, or it's like being a party puss, you know, having somebody around you happy and excited to go out, and you just want to, you know, instead of just going on home and leaving them on their own, if they're better off on their own than without your sourpuss. I'm getting somebody being a sourpuss. That could be you. That could be somebody else. That could be just a little moment in the day where you find yourself like grumpy. I don't feel like it's very big. And I feel like it's just sort of the thing to look out for with this. I feel like when this comes through, this is happy times. So if something comes through when you feel like, I don't know if I want to do it, just be open, be honest, be like, nah, that wouldn't make me happy. I'll wait here and watch you do it. That would make me happy, you know, and let somebody else do it on their own. Do what you need to do to find the happy, because there's happy a-coming. So whether you're just observing a situation and that's good for you, you know, or you're diving on in, I feel like you're going to figure it out as you go, and you're going to make it work. And there's no reason to get stuck anywhere here. It's also a 3. So it's creativity. It's allowing yourself to think outside the box, to do something outside the norm, to make yourself happy, to allow somebody else to make you happy, to do something for you. I feel like put on a show for you, maybe, you know, or maybe that's you just putting on a little show for somebody else, you know? I feel like there's only one person here. If there's somebody else watching it, I feel like it's pretty intimate, like a skinny dipping moment. But, you know, this situation could go many ways. But it's you feeling bare-ass naked, feeling exposed, feeling vulnerable, feeling the temperature, you know, and checking it out. And it doesn't look like there's fear going on here. It looks exhilarating. So maybe there's something exhilarating that you're diving into today. Let's clarify. Let's clarify and go to the Angel Tarot. Clarification on the 3 of water. Wasser. I don't know why I just heard German. I'm hearing like drei and Wasser right now. So maybe something with Germany or a different language. I mean, I always think of agua as well, but I don't know if that's because of it's a diversion now. Maybe there's something that seems foreign to you or felt different but comes natural once you give it a try. Something like that. Or maybe a connection to somebody who feels really different but sort of like adds a different flair to your world, like something you never experienced before. You know, it's like you kind of like diving in there with something different, something new. It could be just new information that gets you going. It could be, you know, it's water, it's love here, but it could be just loving the moment you have, you know, loving the experience you're in, where you are, having a time, like, you know, just being out with friends and laughing your ass off all of a sudden. And like that making you feel better, like going to a comedy show even. Something like that, putting on something that makes you laugh, your humor circulate and changing up the energy. Or like with the 3, I think of dancing or physical activity in any way that you like, where it doesn't feel like physical activity you have to do, but something you like to do, like a good song, grooving away, many other physical activities that are fun to do. I'm also getting maybe some physical therapy out of nowhere that might be something that's different. Maybe join a gym, find a pool if you're having trouble with stretching, or, you know, feel like there's, you know, you want to be physical, you know, because I'm getting physical activity now with this. But maybe there's too much pressure on something, or you feel like you're pushed if you go on the machines at the gym or do the weights or do the stairs. You feel like you're pushing a little too much and the therapy's not happening, or it's hurting, or, you know, overcompensating somewhere else, but you still want to push yourself. You still want to do good. You still want to get better. Physical therapy, moving around. If this is you, this is not all of you. But maybe there's a way to do something in water, you know, in a pool, so it feels good and you can actually move different parts of you, different positions that wouldn't be so easy to do on the surface. Or, you know, I'm getting pressure. I'm getting like knees, like running. You know, it reminds me of running around the reservoir in Central Park, New York City. I did that for years. And almost 11 was with my little Pomeranian kitty. So, and depending on where you go, the slight difference in terrain makes a big difference on your knees and your shoes. But I want to say the terrain, like going from where it was the bridle path, where it's sort of like the fine dirt, to bigger stones, to the concrete, to like up paths and different things. Like it feels different. So maybe you need to pay attention to like shock, you know, something like that. Maybe it's just changing something and adding something more smooth, you know, and less shocking. Even if it's like cold water, it's a different kind of shock. Maybe even like a sauna, or you know, there are spas and therapy places where you can go in different temperatures and different environments, whether that be more or less moisture. Maybe it's just the right temperature. I'm also seeing that sensory deprivation tank all of a sudden again. But you wouldn't be diving in like that if that were the tank. That would be totally different. You would just be very relaxed and floating there. So I don't feel like it's really that. I feel like it's something more exciting. Something you're excited. I heard booking. Maybe you're getting a booking, you're booking something, or you just got booked for a job. Maybe you're an actor, you're really excited, you're ready to dive into that like moment. That's like finding out. That could be that. Like this could be how you feel finding out you got that gig or that job or that audition, you know, you got your part. You got a raise, you got something, like something you're really excited about. You got into a school, a program, a scholarship, you got a scholarship, you got something paid for. That, even though this is emotion, could totally make you feel like this. That could give you that kind of awesome energy. Like, yes, it came through. I didn't expect this. Or you know, even like signed up for something a long time ago and forgot about. And like all of a sudden, you know, you just thought that was swept under the rug. I just saw somebody like, there's something under the rug, and like, I don't know, I sometimes get this weird thing with a rug. I feel like that's come through before, where you learn to go around that like lump in the rug or something in the rug. You just kind of learn to navigate around it, and somebody comes through and like trips on it and falls over, and you figure out that what you swept under the rug is really important, or you just needed to throw it away, and it makes a big difference. Something small that you're walking around that maybe you can like get rid of, or that's very valuable, and you're going to feel really good about finding it. It could even be something really valuable to you, like a necklace, something like that, like a, you know, family heirloom or something like that, that you lost and you just find it cleaning. You thought it was gone forever. You know, it really did mean something to you. It could be something small and you like find it. It could be that. So that went a many directions on the 3 of water. I wanted to say Wasser again, so that's interesting. So German, sprechen Sie Deutsch. I'm not sure where that's going. Maybe that's meaningful to one of you. I mean, it's a big country, so I'm sure it does have meaning to a lot of you, but maybe there's something specific that just came through, you were just talking about or thinking about or something like that that resonates as like, that's meaningful for me, because I don't know what that means, so I'm hoping that's for you. All right, what does this also have? It also has Mercury in Cancer. So that is a protective energy too, and it's also, you know, an extreme energy. It goes different ways. I feel like it's like waves come in. It's sensitive, and I feel like Cancer energy is very in tune to different waves of energy and personalities and environments and things like that, and very sensitive to those waves going on out here and inside of them or you, or that's you feeling something inside of you that makes you want to jump on that wave. I'm still getting you jump in. I'm still getting you jumping into something, or that's towards your ass. Somebody's really excited about doing something with you. All right, let's get another card for Sunday. Oh my. Sunday the 8th of January, 2017. Clarity on the Three of Water. The Two of Earth. So the multitasking card, you know, it's when you have to juggle different energies together, like you get involved with something, you dive on in, but now you got to figure out how to make it work, how to add that excitement in and still have it recirculate and not get burnt out by it or get overwhelmed by it or get sucked into something too fast. And I'm getting you under the undertow and out too far out to sea before, you know, you had some time. I'm just like bobbing up and down or like treading water for a little bit, taking that temperature, having a good time. Don't get too far away from something, you know, but this comes in, usually the Two of Earth, when you're juggling different things. You're, you know, you have like you work in a city and you go to the country, or you have a job and then you start a home business, or you work by yourself, you're a loner, you're always on your own, you're a bachelor, bachelorette, and all of a sudden you start dating, you know, something else comes into the mix and all those things that you were used to doing your way, you have to adjust. You know, all of a sudden there's someone else around a little bit more than you knew or thought or expected, and now you got to merge something and change something and adapt. You know, I feel like it's usually the professional multitasker, or it's something being thrown into your world so that you get better at multitasking something, because there's usually some kind of transition going on, a compromise, a partnership. It's a two. So it's usually a partnership in yourself, doing two different things you like, or having to do something because of responsibility or whatnot, and then, you know, making sure you're taking care of yourself and doing things you like too. You know, finding a way to make it work, releasing pressure in one place that doesn't feel right, and putting more energy into the thing that feels better. And then, you know, every once in a while, I feel like this is when you're sometimes doing something and you get used to it one way and you're like, I got this, you know, you got the rhythm, and that's when like the bowling ball comes, and then somebody throws an egg, and then you get an orange and an apple and all these different weights and things, and you got to readjust really quick. But usually you can adjust pretty quick. That's also a progression, the two to the three. So the two is taking two opposite energies and eventually finding the balance or the friction or you know, the way to put, I'm getting if it's different weights, you know, to balance that piece of the pie, or how much time you give it to make the cycle complete. So it could be just working two jobs and finding room for sleep, you know. You don't have to just be juggling two things. It could be a bunch of things, but it's feeling balanced in everything you have. So you're not being pulled two different ways, you know, in two minds, separated in two different things. It's also Earth. So it's pentacles. So you feel this in your physical environment, your physical body, your physical surroundings. You know, if you're feeling something emotionally or feeling overwhelmed, or you took too much on, your body pays for it. You know, you're tired, or, you know, it's a lack somewhere else that you didn't expect. Like, you're working hard, you're usually pretty good, but sometimes an emotional drain or an imbalance, it could be just not being creative, or not having enough lovey-dovey time in your world, or giving yourself a break, you know, or playing around. I'm seeing you playing with your kids, or playing like a kid, or just taking time off. Maybe think of like the adult camps, you know, like you can't have your phone and you just have to like play around like a kid, but you know, you climb up all kinds of shit and stuff like that. So maybe you just need to play around, forget about the phone, you know, come back to the responsibilities later, and that brings you the balance to get back to work. Maybe just, you know, sleep. If you never get to sleep, take the entire day to sleep so you feel good the entire day tomorrow. If that is available to you and you feel good about it and it happens, don't beat yourself up, go with it. I've been taking so many naps lately. I'm going to say go with that. Restore your energy. I feel like there's a lot of changes in energy and stuff going on, and I'm feeling extra sensitive. And you know, maybe you guys think you're stressed, but you're just getting sensitive to the environment, or there's a change or a transition going on, or you need to just get your center back, you know, get your energy back so you can move forward with the right kind of momentum. You know, every day could be a different momentum, but it's finding that balance every day with the energy you have, the time you have, with what you got around you. So this could be you merging energies in your whole world all together, and everything you're keeping, you know, keeping together, and then all of a sudden merging that all with someone else. Or you could have a relationship with someone else and you're married forever, and all of a sudden you have a child come along. And that's the third energy. That's really exciting. You want to dive into that. You're ready for it, but it's going to change how you know, maybe the hours in your job, when you're home here, when you walk the dog, how you're going to prepare for this. You know, if you're going to paint that back room that you had all the shit in and now use it. It's like, all right, that's starting to move stuff around to make it work, but it's in the experience, you know, is the strength, is the learning, is what you get out of it. So have fun with it. At the end, have fun with it. Don't get stressed over it. You'll figure it out as you go, little by little, you know, but merge with those energies and feel it. Too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, and consider a more playful approach. So in here, they almost have it like the Two of Swords a little bit. Like you have to make a decision. You're sitting on something. Maybe you've been weighing something out. Maybe it's more like a scale thing here. And you're back and forth and back and forth. And you're, you know, you're adjusting, but you're waiting for that thing to make you dive in. You know, you can't just sit there doing the adjusting the whole time and not ever move forward. Let me see this picture. It's like you're soaring through the forest. And I just thought of, like, that just made me think of FERNGULLY. That was a weird movie to come through with this. I remember that movie. My sister and I used to watch that all the time. I haven't, like, watched that in a long time, but I remember watching it a lot when it was out. I don't even know the year that was out. I want to say, like, early 90s, maybe. FERNGULLY. Like, fairies even, or like earth angels. Made me think of that song. But like the elementals that help the earth, you know, Mother Nature. Maybe there's something, Two of Earth. Maybe you're actually moving to nature, working with nature, doing something in nature. I hear like dancing around nature, maybe using nature in something like a video, or at your job, maybe you do something where you move locations, or it's time to move locations, to dive into something different, go outside, go on a journey even. Maybe if you're juggling too many things and you're feeling overwhelmed and you can't make a decision, maybe it's just best to make a decision to leave, to go away, to go somewhere different. You know, just go outside in nature and see what comes about. Don't put any pressure on that situation, and see if an answer comes through. Or if it just changes your energy enough, you know, readjustment to go back to what you were doing and handle it better, or see things clearly. I feel like you're just strolling. Although she's like flying through the thing, I feel like she's just like, you know, dancing along, like almost like, I don't know, I see like these kind of movements, like almost like belly dancing movements. It's sort of interesting. Okay, let's get another card for the day, for Sunday. One more card. I'm gonna go to the Oracle of Visions by Sierra Machete and get clarity for Sunday, the 8th of January 2017. Clarity on the Two of Earth and the Three of Water. Also, take note, or I'm taking note, that these are both minor arcana. So you're more in the driver's seat here. It's not a bigger destiny card that's beyond your control or making a big thing happen. It's little. It's up to you to, you know, learn to juggle these things and to make a decision and to start to make it happen. And I feel like, you know what I just thought of with this is me when I juggle, which I didn't think of before or ever with this, but when I juggle, I'm pretty good I can do it for a while, but I tend to walk. And if there's anything in front of me, I have a hard time standing still to juggle, unless it's with the baton. But usually with the baton, if I'm juggling two with one hand or whatever, it's usually pretty far up there. And I'm usually dancing all the way around the place. So it's not really about standing still unless I'm doing turns or something like that. But with just, you know, limes or lemons, oranges, whatnot, juggling, I run into the wall. So maybe it's about standing still and learning to, you know, keep the momentum standing still. Or maybe it's that you actually need to stop running into walls and walk with those, you know, movements, but find a clear space to do it, you know, to get your momentum. I'm not sure exactly what I said or if that was helpful at all, but I see it kind of being funny. So maybe you're just like, yep, it's going the other way, or clearing out the space so you can do it. You can do it. There just has to be maybe something cleared away, or a different weight, or a different try, you know, a different way. All right, one more card for Sunday the 8th, January 2016. Clarity on the 3 of water and the 2 of earth. Coins, pentacles. The 8. So this is like the master, the seer, you know, the one, like the alchemist, the one that understands there's a whole process involved in that filtration, that I'm getting like a filter, you know, that taking the base metal and making it into pure gold. You know, it takes a filtering process. It takes a step-by-step learning experience to understand it all. It doesn't just come through right away. It takes energy and patience and perseverance and time and understanding and wisdom. And at the end, it all comes together. And when I see the gold, it makes me think of energy. It makes me think of communication. It makes me think of pure golden energy. Like I think of gold in wires, like the fancy wires, you know, that cost a lot. And it's because gold is perfect. You know, it's also a gorgeous metal to work with if you do jewelry, you know, to work with pure 99.99999 whatever percent pure gold is beautiful. But you have to, you know, add all the alloys and everything yourself then. But it's at the best temperature to work with for you to start with to do anything else. And if it's in a wire, if you send energy out, when it reaches the other side, it's still perfect. There's nothing lost, you know? So it's figuring out how you can figure out how there was maybe nothing lost along the way, how it had to be a step-by-step process to actually get there. But in the end, it's all worth it. It's that golden journey. It's that golden opportunity, but it's a whole experience going on here. It's it also makes me think of the strength card. I see like all the elements, you know, understanding a lot and not being able to explain it all unless you were there, you had the experience or something, like one-on-one. I'm getting also, I always get like the teacher and student, but within you more so than necessarily with anyone else. Number 8 is goals, dedication, and process. When we are motivated by goals that have deep meaning, by dreams that need completion, by pure love that needs expressing, then we truly live life. Greg Anderson. In a larger metaphysical sense, our journey through life is said to be full of transformation from an imperfect, corruptible state towards a perfect, healthy, everlasting state. What does not kill us makes us stronger. Thus, painful or difficult changes that we endure can, in theory, burnish us in a spiritual sense to a high golden shine. We can also seek out knowledge, opportunity, and challenge. It is not necessarily to merely allow life to happen to us. In this scene, an alchemist serves as an analogy for striving to achieve the end goal through study, experimentation, dedication, and perseverance. His facial markings trace the beginning and end points of his quest from base led through its various stages of purification of the soul to gold. The symbol of gold appears at the center of his forehead where the third eye chakra is perceived to be. This card is a reminder to stay focused on the goal and continually apply the required self-discipline. It will all be worth it in the end. You know, so maybe you're just diving in now. It takes, you know, having perseverance with that and keep on diving in, keep on diving in, keep on diving in. If it's something you love, try it again, you know, until it works, until it feels right and it all goes through and filters and feels balanced. It's all worth it in the end, but it takes you doing something here first. So I hope that was helpful for this reading. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon.